that's my car, sorry. Alright guys, what's up? Hope you guys are doing well. Today is upper body day, so it's a first for my channel. I want to do a series, which is basically just a bulking series, to about 210, 215, maybe 220, we'll see. So we should start it off with a chest day. So we're gonna do some bench, some flat bench, then we're gonna move on to some barbell overhead bench, then we'll do some incline probably on the bench, so the barbell, and maybe finish off with some triceps. And that's gonna be the day. Maybe we'll do some abs as well, but I'll give you guys a weigh-in at the end of the video, just so we can track that. From now on, it'll probably be in the start of the video, so after this first one, it'll be in the start. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. I want to get to a little bit heavier, so I just want to show you guys how to do it, and try to show you some tips and tricks along the way. I was talking to my friends about this earlier. There's really just a few principles you got to go by when you're bulking, and obviously one, caloric surplus. So whatever that is for you. For me, that's probably about 4,500 calories a day or so. With the workouts and all, works out to be about that much. Yeah, cleanly, that's another big thing. I don't want to put on a bunch of crappy mass that's going to mess up my skin, that's going to mess up your health in general. There's no point in doing it the dirty way, unless you are super, crunched for time. But when you're just doing it for your health, it's really, you shouldn't really be like that. God, this guy's, jeez, seriously. Oh well. Yeah, so getting a caloric surplus, that's, up there. Hitting the gym intensely, that's another one that's really up there. Jeez, what is up with these drivers today? Oh my god. So for me, to up the intensity in the gym, I used to go to this new gym. They play pretty good music, but over time I got used to it. It's kind of the same track every time, so I started, listening to my own music and just absolutely blasting it in my headphones. I think, honestly, I'm not even joking around, honestly, that really pushes me during my workouts. It just helps me focus. Like, when you have music blaring, you're not thinking about what other people are doing at the gym. You're focused on yourself, and that works best for me. So that's what I've been doing lately. What else is there? Of course, you got to get enough sleep. So for me, that's anywhere around the 7-hour mark is good enough to feel fully recovered for the next day. Oh jeez, this thing keeps falling. We're gonna have to figure out a setup for this thing. Just bought it. It's like attached to the whatever windshield right now. But going back to gym intensity, that's another really key thing. So you get in the gym, you're all fresh. For me, I just finished an 8-hour day, so been sitting all day, so I'm excited to start moving a little bit. So you get in there, do your warm-up, whatever you need to do, just get a little bit of sweat going. You don't have to do anything crazy. And I don't recommend doing static stretches before you do that. I just feel like that's a recipe for, getting too much range of motion and then, hurting yourself when you're doing bench, something like that. Jesus, camera, okay. Yeah, so get a little sweat going, and then your first working set, or your first exercise basically, you're going to want to really push the weight, I would say. You're going to want to do, for me, I try to keep my first movement, so bench, under about 5 or 6 reps, just so I can really focus on moving as much weight as I can as possible. And then, that's chest, right? So I'll go into shoulders, and I'll kind of do the exact same thing, honestly. So chest and shoulders, 2 really strength focused movements, and then after that we'll do the incline. We'll still go moderately heavy, but we'll push, you know, 6 to 8 reps ideally, you know, at an RPE 9 or so. And yeah, and then after that, that's when you can really just go to failure on some moderately heavy weight, nothing too crazy. And you know, usually for me those are in the 10 to 13 rep range when I do those burnout sets. So we'll see what we do today, but hopefully it sounds like that. I did go on a hike the other day, and that depleted me pretty good, so hopefully I'll have enough energy to move some weight around on the bench. I've been doing a lot of 315 singles lately, so if I get that today, I'll be happy. So let's cut to that part. guys. So that was a pretty good workout. I'm pretty happy with that. We got 315 for 2 on bench, which I wasn't expecting to do because of my hike this week, or last week, but that was really pretty exciting. I kind of just did the first rep and then it felt pretty easy, so I just went for another. So sometimes that's kind of what you got to do. I know a lot of you guys probably aren't on strict programs right now. You kind of just go in there and do whatever. So word of advice, if you're feeling good some days, just go for it, honestly. Like, don't risk, don't put yourself in danger by doing something insanely, different from what you've previously done. But if you're feeling a little 1%, 2% better that day, then go 1 to 2% harder. It's that simple. So yeah, it was a good workout. We had a decent barbell overhead press. It was 4x3 at 176, so about consistent, about what I normally do. And then incline bench 230 for sets of 6 to 7. Pretty happy with that. I want to get to the point where I'm doing anything 2 plates and and some change. I want to get down into the 12 rep range, so working towards that right now. So that's why we're going home to have some pasta. On a bulk, I find that just having the Barillo or Brio pasta, they're like $1.99 each, and it's like, I think it's a total of like 1,600 calories per your little box, and something like 64 grams of protein. So it's not bad at all to get your pasta in. And then I'll have some chicken on the side and a little bit of cheese sometimes, and sauce, of course. But that's a good amount of calories for cheap. So it's better than going to fast food place, or semi-fast food. Not McDonald's is pretty cheap, but going to places like, I don't want to name drop, but Subway and Chipotle, those kinds of places are a little bit pricey when you're trying to bulk. Especially, a lot of you guys are probably high school, college age, so bulking on a budget, healthy-ish bulking on a budget is pretty important. But anyways, wanted to talk a little bit about how important the gym you go to can be and what kind of effect it can have on your workouts. So for me, I've had a home gym, I've gone to your local commercial gym, and I've gone to right now a private gym. And to compare all of them, they all have their pluses and minuses, right? Well, for commercial, I'm not so sure. It's I don't know. Maybe the basketball courts or something, but the home gym is nice because you can just do whatever you want to do. No one's around there to watch what you're doing, which is good and bad. No one's watching out for your safety, but also no one is, looking at you doing some weird, niche exercise and like wondering what you're doing. So that's the nice part of that. You can play your music as loud as you want. You can play whatever you want. A lot of good benefits to having a home gym. But with that being said, out of commercial, private, of course, not all private gyms are the same. You want to find a good one, obviously. But commercial, private, home gym, I really feel that if you find a good private gym with some good people, people that are going hard in the gym every day, those are the kind of people that are going to be super supportive of you doing your weird workouts. As long as they see that you're pushing yourself, they're going to respect it. So those kinds of gyms can really make a big impact on your workouts. Like, I don't know what it is, but I've been going to this gym for probably 4 months now, and just the first day I was there, I think I hadn't benched in a while, but I benched like 225 for 3 or 4, maybe it was 245 for 3, but it was nothing insane. And just watching other people push themselves and just being around people that have fitness goals. Like, a lot of these people are training to be strongman powerlifting, so I see a lot of those guys pushing themselves, moving heavy weight, and it honestly does influence you. Like this, the saying about, you become who you surround yourself with. It really is true. So I was, benching 245 when I first got there, and now I just hit 315 for a double today. And I really think that's just, obviously commitment and stuff, but it's seeing other people, also trying their hardest. At a commercial gym, you'll get lucky to see a few people, really pushing it, but that's pretty rare, honestly. You get your people that are just going for the, your health. Like, you're not going for performance per se. So, yeah, I feel like, the environment you put yourself in is really going to make a big impact in what you're training for. So, and if you want to go even deeper in that, you want to surround yourself with people that are training for the same thing. It breeds competition, obviously. So I know there's a lot of jumpers on this channel, so it's hard to find those at a commercial gym or really any gym lately, ever. Trying to grow the sport, but it's tough. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, you guys get the message. Just, you are who you surround yourself with. So kind of going off that, surrounding yourself around people you want to be like. I got pretty fortunate enough to have this gym that I go to. A lot of people film their workouts, and honestly, I would recommend you guys to film your workouts just, on top sets and, really however much you want, but especially on top sets, and then go back and review the form. But sometimes when you go to a gym, commercial gym, they have, rules against filming, or people feel uncomfortable with you filming. So if you can find a place that, either people film there or, they let you film there, they accept it, that's another big thing. So when I was doing my Road to Dunking series, I was filming all my workouts and I was filming all my jumps, and I feel like not even that I would go back and review them, and that's how I was able to get my first dunk, but just while I was editing it, I was just, naturally just absorbing that, I was visual, or I don't know how to say it, but I was watching myself back, basically, not studying, but just watching it while I was editing it, and I would notice the things in my form, and just that alone would kind of ingrain in my mind over time, and it would reinforce, proper paths. And it's crazy because you can feel one thing during an exercise, but it can look completely different. So, for instance, sometimes I'll do, I don't know, just like a normal back squat, and I'll, feel it really good in my hamstrings, and then I'll look back and, I'm just completely folded over, like I'm feeling it in my muscles, but I'm putting myself in position that are, compromising. I'm just completely folded, and my feet are super wide, and I was doing that for a while, actually. So yeah, just filming yourself, reviewing it, doing whatever you want with it. It'll help your form out, and then, obviously that'll just boost your progress over time. So that's another tip I recommend. It's a little bit uncomfortable sometimes, especially if you're doing like machines per se. Like, why would you record yourself doing machine? People understand if you're doing a squat or a deadlift or something like that, a little bit more technical, but just every now and then take a little video, make sure it looks right, make sure it feels right, and that's about it, really. You don't have to worry about what people are thinking. If they're the kind of people that get uncomfortable or get mad at people filming, then you don't have to waste your time on that, honestly. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to get into more of these. I like, usually I reflect my thoughts in my head after the day, but I think it's good to just talk it out, and might as well, there's any decent, half decent advice, might as well share it, you know. Been around for a couple of years anyways. But anyways, I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm still gonna, you know, put my weight in at the end of the video, and then the next videos it'll be in the beginning, hopefully, if I remember, because, you know, that's when you want to really weigh yourself. When you wake up, you go to the bathroom, and then you weigh yourself, and that's really your actual weight. So you're gonna get a little bit of an inflated number today, but that's okay. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next